Thank you very much, Commissioner. I'd now like to call upon our local state member, Roza Sage, representing the Minister, to speak to us and then officially open the station with the Commissioner. Thank you, Roza.
Well, good afternoon, and what a beautiful Blue Mountains day. It's just come so well, the opening of this. It's got to be an omen. I'd like to acknowledge the Commissioner, Shane Fitzsimmons, and my federal colleague, Louise Marcus, of course, member for Macquarie, and our councillors, Fiona Creed and Howard McCallum, Mr Robert Greenwood, General Manager of Blue Mountains City Council, Chief Inspector, Superintendent, I apologise, John Parnaby, Region East Manager, our wonderful Superintendent David Hogue, representatives of the RFSA, the Building Project Team, Valley Heights Community, Brigade Officers, Service members, medal recipients, ladies and gentlemen, RFS friends, and of course Phil Koperberg. Now Phil was so generous in his kind words that he said about myself. I would like to share some of the words, some of the gems of wisdom that Phil gave me when I was elected. And I said to him, look, I want to go and visit all the rural fire stations because I know they're really important for the Blue Mountains. Well, the look of horror on his face, you're not going there, are you? They're a really tough crowd. Well, can I say that I have been going around and visiting, and I think they're the warmest, friendliest people, and I think you all do an absolutely fantastic job. And it is my pleasure here today to represent the Minister for Police and Emergency Services, the Honourable Michael Gallagher, who sends his sincere apologies. He might be grappling with a flood or something. And I'm honoured here to be able to be here today in my electorate of the Blue Mountains to officially open the Valley Heights Rural Fire Brigade Station. The old station, as you all know, had become tired and run down and no longer met the needs of the community. And I know that the Valley Heights Brigade members have been very strong advocates for upgrading the old station. But what an upgrade. What we have here today is an absolute state-of-the-art facility. And I know that it's been a long time coming, in fact 12 long years, but despite the delays, we stand here today in this wonderful new facility. This refurbishment will allow the Valley Heights firefighters to maintain excellent response times to fires and other emergency calls. I have very fond memories in July of last year coming to, I think it was the AGM of the Valley Heights Brigade, to hear the call that there had been a windstorm up the top of the mountains. And at that AGM, half the meeting left. So I know that they do a wonderful job in all respects, not just with fires. And the New South Wales Government is committed to providing our firefighters with the equipment and facilities they need to perform their important work. This facility provides the members stationed here with the very best equipment and resources available to ensure that everything is at their fingertips to better protect this community and the wider Blue Mountains and New South Wales community. This brigade has very strong ties with the local community, participating in safety campaigns for the benefit of local residents and workers, as Steve had already mentioned. But I think today, if you look around and you walk, you will know who the Valley Heights Brigade are. They're the ones with those big smiles, those big grins on their faces. They can't wipe them off. They are just so ecstatic that they've got this wonderful facility. And I also know that this fire season we've seen less fire activity and more rain. I'm sure that the members of the Rural Fire Service aren't complaining. However, all this rain will mean extra preparation and vigilance ahead of the next fire season. The men and women stationed here can be proud to call this station home and serve their community with the best equipment available. And as the Commissioner said, we're also handing over several vehicles. There's firstly a Category 1 tanker to Megalong Valley Brigade. It's wonderful to see the brigades from all over the mountains, from Bell all the way down to Lapston and Glenbrook. We've also got one Category 7 tanker to Mount Tomar Brigade, and only last year they were celebrating their 50th anniversary. We've got the one mobile field kitchen to Group Support Brigade, and we know that an army marches on its stomach, as does the brigade, and also 3 vehicles to group captains. These vehicles all play an important role in providing a first-class service and response. Lastly, I'd like to sincerely congratulate all the men and women who are here today receiving medals. The Blue Mountains has a long, proud history at RFS service, with Megalong Valley Brigade formed over 100 years ago. My, how times have changed. It is with great pride I stand here and witness so many fine men and women who have served this community of the Blue Mountains with such distinction, and in the case of several of them for so many dedicated years. In particular, I'd like to congratulate Superintendent David Hoadley, AFSM, who is this year celebrating 43 years of service, a milestone many would only ever dream of one day reaching. Congratulations to you, and thank you for your dedication to such an important profession in our society. And I know David has been an invaluable asset in the Blue Mountains in this area during his time here, and I keep telling him he's got to stay forever. In fact, all men and women who are receiving medals deserve a special round of applause. It is not an easy, glamorous or simple job that the men and women of our rural fire service perform day to day, but it is one that requires absolute dedication. That is why we are here giving medals. You all perform your roles under some of the toughest conditions a job could throw at you. You do not enter this profession for awards and accolade, but it is highly appropriate we congratulate, honour and thank you here today.